Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we are going to be figuring out if you can actually deliver the long-lost love letter to Bonnie Macfarlane. So this is actually something that one of you guys suggested that I try. I got a message the other day from Jeff on Facebook who suggested I investigate if that long-lost love letter was deliverable to Bonnie Macfarlane, and that is what we're going to try. And if you've never heard of the long-lost love letter for Bonnie Macfarlane, well, this is how you come across it.
Whoa! I thought you was already gone! Tell her I never stopped.
Okay, so as you guys saw there, Arthur came about what he thought was a dead guy on the shore, but it turns out that it's a guy who looks to have been delivering a letter, or attempted to Bonnie Macfarlane. And it says this: "Dear Miss Macfarlane, I'm sorry. I said it. I'm sorry. You're right. I do let things get out of control in my head. I always have. I see that, but I love you. We are meant to be together. It's our destiny. I know it is. I saw us in a dream, raising kids. You were very happy as my wife, and I was proud to be your husband. Dreams don't lie, and neither do I. I'm heading off to make my fortune, and when I come back a rich man, you'll see what a fine husband I will make and a father to our children. And no, I won't grow up. On that subject, you're wrong. I've got so many things to say to you. I'm going to continue with the writing of this letter later, but believe me when I say we are destined for a long, happy life together. Even your father will come to believe it and accept me, no matter how humble my birth." So that right there is the letter to Bonnie Macfarlane, and there's a couple of other things you can grab from this little shipwreck. There's a chest with some chewing tobacco, a money clip, some shotgun shells, and guarma rum, and there's a lockbox on the other side that has some gin and a pocket watch, so some valuables that you can take as well. So pretty good stuff right there. So what I think happened here is that this gentleman we found on the shore was in love with Bonnie Macfarlane, and I think Bonnie Macfarlane rejected him. So what I think happened is he was going to load up his boat, or he was loading up his boat, trying to find a land to gather riches, and he would return, hopefully in his eyes, a rich new man, and she would fall in love with him. Well, it turns out that he never was able to strike it rich, but he did have that letter, and he gave it to Arthur. And it's interesting because I wanted to see what would happen if we could actually have the option to deliver the message to Miss Macfarlane. Now, the reason I thought this would be possible is because in Red Dead Online, you can actually meet Bonnie Macfarlane. She's at her ranch, and she can be seen sitting on the front porch cleaning her gun, and you can have this conversation with her.
Can I help you? Oh, please don't tell me you've come a-robbing. I haven't got the time. Or you just looking for work? Talkative one, ain't ya? We're trying to get packed up. My father wants to go on a trip, avoid the illness that's plaguing the county. He's never run away from anything in his life. At least that's the way he tells it. And now this. Mabel, please pack all my dresses and both the guns.
Yes, Miss Macfarlane.
Sweet girl. But to call her a village idiot would be unkind to most idiots.
Miss Macfarlane?
Yes, Amos?
The wagon, it's gone.
Gone where, precisely?
Well, we don't know. That's what gone means. It means that you cannot find it.
Well, actually, on point of order, it doesn't, but let's not get lost in semantics. Any clue as to where it might be?
I suppose maybe Jimmy used it to take his mother to the doctor. He was riding through some nasty country.
God damn it. Excuse me. Amos, get on with the milking.
Yes, Miss Macfarlane.
You wouldn't mind trying to find this damn wagon, would you? I'll pay you handsomely. We're very short-handed right now. Thank you. Thank you very much. And good luck.
Okay, so it's very clear that Bonnie Macfarlane is in Red Dead Redemption 2. We actually see her in Red Dead Online. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel to the Macfarlane Ranch as John Marston to see if I could deliver this letter. Because as you know, all of Arthur's belongings, all of his letters and everything, they went to John Marston. So would we have the option to deliver this letter? Now, the reason I thought this is possible is because of something Rockstar said on one of their later Newswire posts. They were talking about some new things that were coming to Red Dead Online over the next couple of weeks and months. And one of the things they said is that we're going to be getting new free roam missions. Now, that's not really important to our story today, but they specifically state that Red Dead Online is set in the years before the single-player story, so expect to encounter a range of new and familiar faces as you traverse the frontier. So I don't know how long it is in the story. Rockstar says a couple of years before, so is this 1895? Is this 1890? I'm not really too sure. But that gave me hope to try and hopefully find Bonnie Macfarlane in 1907. So we've arrived as John Marston, and I have confirmed that I have the letter. And the first thing I noticed is that her house, her ranch, is completely locked. Like, none of the doors allow you to get inside. In fact, even if you check out all the other little areas around her house, all of them are locked too. So there's no way to naturally get inside them. In fact, the only place that was open on this entire lot was this sort of blacksmith barn, where I was immediately hushed away because the ranchers were kind of upset. So that seems to be the only interior here, but I wasn't going to be shooed away so easily. I wanted to see if we could actually get inside of the Macfarlane house using our lantern and pistol glitch, and it turns out we were able to. It's just, unfortunately, there's absolutely nothing inside. It is a blank shell of a house, and that's it. So any intentions we had to delivering this letter, I don't think are possible because, number one, Bonnie Macfarlane's not there, and there doesn't seem to be any lines of dialogue or way for us to deliver the message. Now, after checking out the empty house for a little bit, I did return to that blacksmith barn where this time I was able to more peacefully go inside. And I did find a lockbox, and it was actually filled with some nice valuables. There's actually some Miracle Tonic, a gold nugget, and some aged pirate rum. So one of the better lockboxes in the game. So if you do try this experiment for yourself, which I'm not sure why you would, because by now I'm sure you know the outcome, it can be quite profitable. You can actually get some nice stuff. Now, I think I have an idea as to why Rockstar didn't make this happen, at least as John Marston, because it would have made things incredibly awkward for the start of Red Dead Redemption, because as you guys know, Bonnie Macfarlane meets John Marston for the first time in Red Dead Redemption, where she essentially saves his life. She even pays a doctor $15 for John's treatment and provides lodging in return for assistance with duties on the ranch. So they have a really good relationship, but they meet for the first time in Red Dead Redemption. So it would be awkward if they ran across each other in Red Dead Redemption 2, which if we were to meet her in 1899 would have been 12 years before we see her. And if we were to see her as John Marston, would have been about 4 years before we see her. However, I think the biggest reason why we don't see her in Red Dead Redemption 2 is because Rockstar sort of gave her an out. And this is something she mentions in the conversation with our Red Dead Online character. Remember, she said that her and her father were getting out of New Austin temporarily due to the cholera outbreak that's affecting the populace in the territory. So that's what I think happens. Remember, Red Dead Online takes place before the story, years before the story. So I'm assuming that gap between 1899 and 1907, where you can either play as John Marston or Arthur Morgan, she's gone. She's not at the Macfarlane Ranch, and yet she returns in 1911, where, of course, she meets John Marston. So I think that makes the most sense, and it's something she even mentions in her one line of dialogue in Red Dead Online. Now, another reason we might not be able to deliver the letter is it might have actually changed the course of history. Like, we could actually assume the butterfly effect occurs here, because we know by 1914, Bonnie has married. In Red Dead Redemption in 1914, NPCs can be heard discussing that she ultimately found a husband. So if you were able to deliver that letter, would it have altered the course of Red Dead Redemption? Would she have stayed at the Macfarlane Ranch? Would she have, gone after that guy who actually wrote the letter? So I definitely thought it was a fun experiment. I was hopeful but not optimistic that we would be able to deliver this letter, and unfortunately, you aren't able to. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully, you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating on this video. That'd be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.